Hey guys, I wanted to introduce you to Conor McNamara. He is the very first employee of Steamaway version 2 since we purchased it. So, Conor, why don't you tell these guys about you?
I'm Conor McNamara. I moved to Fort Wayne about 2 years ago doing some pest control, and I have transitioned over into the carpet cleaning industry about a couple months ago. I'm starting to really like it and starting to really get it down. It's really satisfying work. In high school, I wanted to do power washing because I thought that was satisfying, just seeing the lines get cleaned and all that. And it's kind of the similar with carpet cleaning as well. So I thought that was interesting to start a career in. So
Yeah, well, you're a smart guy. You're a good-looking guy. You're charismatic. You could literally do anything you wanted in life. Why did you decide to come work here?
when I was doing my pest control, you and your brother obviously were part of hiring me into that. And honestly, I believe in you guys and you specifically offered me the opportunity to come over here and start this up with you. And I believe in you. And I honestly, the confidence you have in me helps me have confidence in myself to run this and do this as well. And I feel like just all that bundled together really motivated me to start this, to be honest.
Cool.
So
Yeah, well, let's talk about that because I'm a huge advocate of I don't I don't want an employee who's just an employee, right? Because then we're on the same uh, basically wavelength as every other company out there, right? I want to
definitely.
provide opportunities to employees to do something great with their lives and elevate their life. So we put together a structure that wasn't just, hey, come work for me for an hourly rate.
For sure.
Um, right now we're what busy about half the day
Yeah, about half the
right now.
day. Yeah, and then like getting calls and the whole transition over from getting the company, buying the company, and transition over is this that it's still kind of in the works. I feel like we're still kind of adapting to the little nicks and crannies we have to. But I feel like it's going well.
Yeah,
And like you said, it's not like I came over here, oh, I want this hourly rate. That's the only reason I'm here. I'm genuinely here I want to see this look different in a year from now. And the growth is something I'm really striving to see. And
yeah.
honestly, I've already seen some growth in certain things from when we started to even now. So
Yeah, what have you
honestly,
seen? Because we've done a lot, right? Since
yeah.
what have you seen as far as vehicle software, the way we do the service, the way we communicate? What have been your favorite things since starting here?
Definitely, the way we communicate with customers has gotten a lot better. I've even been told that by many customers. A lot of them are like, "Wow, you guys actually answer the phone and communicate." And I feel like that's a big step into any business is answering the phone or at least getting back to them within a day. It shows that you're really ready and antsy to get their call and their message responded to, which I feel like is important. And then also just like our van quality wise, organization wise, we reorganized it, cleaned it all out. It's a lot smoother and nicer. And now when I put stuff back into the van, I know the wand goes here, the upholstery tool goes here, and everything kind of has a place now. Where when I
Yeah.
started, it was like, okay, this looks like a jumbled mess. I need to like figure this out. And then yeah, just I feel like especially with our marketing and just like Ellie, you were saying, your assistant, she's great, and just little factors like that, just adding that in, they help a lot with scheduling and marketing and just any questions I have. Already from the beginning to now, it's way easier to communicate and get things answered and get things scheduled than it was even 2 months ago, is what I've noticed.
Yeah, we still have a
So
lot of work to do,
yeah,
right?
definitely. Oh yeah,
But
oh yeah,
we're getting there.
for sure.
So let's get back to the question of you're on a salary. We won't tell them what the salary is,
Right.
but it's basically to get you by,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
We're working about half the day. That puts the risk on me for now, right?
Absolutely.
Tell them about what you're doing beyond the couple of jobs that you have a day to help build the company, and then once you answer that question, talk to them about what is your plan, right? Your plan isn't to be here on salary forever. You want some more potential in this business and some motivation to go out and do more than just do the jobs.
Right.
So first, talk about what you're doing beyond the jobs, and then what does your structure look like going forward?
Yeah, for sure. So when I work half a day, I have a 9 o'clock, maybe a 12 or 11 or something like that. Like today, I'm done at 1. My plan was to go home, see if I had any calls I need to answer, and then as well as that, I've been walking around to like residential neighborhoods with some pamphlets and information about us, and I've already done that a couple times in the last week. Probably gone to probably over 100 and 115 houses already, and just I basically just put a little pamphlet in their door. Call us that way if you need us for residential. And on top of that, I've gone to a handful of restaurants like a Smoothie King. I've gone to a couple gas stations as well, just for their tile. A lot of gas stations want to get their floor cleaned. Same with hotels. I've been to a hotel, just bigger commercial businesses as well. That they pay for the bigger services. Obviously, pay a little more money than the residential do, so that helps to get a couple of those locked in as well. So yeah, on top of going to residential, house to house, door to door, I also drive around with companies and restaurants and gas stations, hotels, and try to grow the business that way. My long term plan, like Tyler said, right now I'm on a salary, so the risk is in his court because he's paying me, even though we're not having the full days, and that's part of the reason, why I walk around to these companies is I want to be worth my time, but I also want to grow the company.
Yeah, you have a motivation behind that,
right?
It's not just, hey, in order to make your salary, you have to do X, Y, Z,
right?
Which you would do because you're a good guy,
100%.
You're a good person.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
but a lot of people wouldn't.
Right.
There needs to be some deeper drive to do just more than the minimum requirements.
100%.
Which you're doing. So tell them about what does that structure look like?
Yes. So that the deeper motivation, like it's not just like you said, I'm not doing X, Y, Z just because I know I'm getting paid. I'm done for the day. Like I genuinely want to see it grow, and then within a year, I'd like to even have it grow enough to where I can own part of the company, and then maybe down the line even further, even own the company. But my motivation right now is to get it to a certain number, and if I can do anything I can by walking around door to door or going to companies to grow it as much as I can so we can hit that number. I guess my long-term goal would be to own some stake in the company and actually, like, instead of the salary I'm getting, have a percentage of equity in the company. And by that point too, I mean, it's not as much as a risk to pay me that salary because we'd be hitting our certain goal by that point. So,
and those, we have concrete numbers, right? It's not vague. Hey, if you work hard and you do a good job, we'll give you part of the company maybe at sometime in the future, at some point.
Yeah.
Right? That can be very confusing.
Right.
So we had to actually sit down and concretely say, okay, we have a two-tier approach. One is where he's getting profit sharing in the business. What needs to happen in what time frame in order for that to happen? Okay, if you hit that, you get it, right? That's our agreement. And we have an agreement for
Absolutely.
that. And that gives you some motivation, I imagine, to go
100%.
out and try to grow some revenue because it's a revenue-based agreement. On the other hand, if you reach another tier of revenue, then you have the opportunity to buy the company, right? And me and you will structure a deal where you don't have to go to a bank and pull out a big loan. We'll structure a deal where you can cash flow right from the beginning.
Definitely.
So why does that excite you, or does it excite you? Why are you on that mission to do that?
So like I was kind of mentioned earlier, like in high school, I really wanted to start my own power washing company and run a business. And Tyler seems to be business minded and obviously has success in growing and buying businesses in the past. But my motivation to one day own it stems from I always wanted to own something and be proud of something and like grow it. And I really just needed those first couple steps. And I feel like working with you from the ground up here is showing me the first couple steps we need, especially like you said, it's not just a broad, like, here's what number we need to hit. We've sat in here, we've gone through meetings of numbers, and honestly, what's nice is I could ask you questions and I'm not leaving that meeting until I know exactly, okay, we need this a month to hit this goal over a year. So there's my motivation. Okay, I want to grow the company this much so we can hit these numbers, a month. And then that goes into the year goal we want to hit, like strive for, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's definitely extra motivation, is owning it and just being able to understand how to own it. That's
seeing
the
the
big part.
steps
Yes.
of what needs to happen to have a successful business.
Absolutely.
Has that been helpful for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Yeah, and you're really good at explaining that in good detail for me, and definitely feel like it's clicked, especially even in the last week or two. It's not even, I feel like from 2 weeks ago to now, I already understand a lot more about the business than I did. So that's another cool thing about this, is every couple of weeks, I feel like I'm a step ahead than I was 2-3 weeks ago. And that's very rewarding to see as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, we're
yeah.
excited for these guys to see our journey.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna keep recording it.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, that's gonna be
This
cool.
is our test company
Yeah.
that
Look
we're
back a
showing the
year from now.
world.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that'll be
Yeah.
fun. Any words for these guys, whoever watches this?
Yeah, no, just keep watching, keep seeing the growth from us. I really want to see a year from now the channel you hop on and you can see the difference in me or Tyler or whoever or however you will see growth, and that's the most satisfying part for me. So we'll definitely see that through the channel as well. I feel like
Yeah,
so.
hopefully you see a change in me. My goal is to be as strong as this guy a year from now.
Oh
So
man.
we'll keep you updated. We're gonna get more out in the field stuff with Connor, and we'll do updates occasionally.
Oh
But
yeah.
it was a good little intro.
Yeah, for
Anything else
sure.
you want to mention here?
No, I think I'm good to go. It was finally nice to hop on the channel, introduce myself. But yeah, it was hopefully you see growth in us in the next year. So
Yeah, we're
for
excited
sure.
to show you. See you guys
Peace.
later.
I seen you.